this was another me and Ray
joke
song.
Did start off as a joke.
This started off. I had some piano ideas that do then feature in the middle of the song. There's like a piano break and a section afterwards with some sort of inaudible, distorted vocals, but there's these kind of like Tigran style like piano riffs, and that's how it all started. And again, we got together and like we should probably make another song. And I was like, well, I have these ideas, and so again, in the course of a day, we've been like, let's turn this into something that actually approximates something a band could play. We had a totally different chorus actually that then changed when we all got together as a band, and we wrote something more, of course, was a bit out there for an already out there song. I think
we were aiming to try and make it sound more like Slipknot.
In the chorus, we actually...
That was the brief, but whether it worked or not, I don't know, but I think it turned out to be a really catchy chorus.
I think it really helped because the song is quite out there, especially in like the bridge and the instrumental passages. So I think bringing it back to quite a fairly simple, catchy chorus was like, that just grounds the song a bit. But yeah, this was another one where we were sat there tweaking in Logic or Ableton or whatever it was, being like...
Until we burst out laughing.
That's what we were like...
section off onto the next.
Yeah, like that is now good.
Now this is the point I can't play it anymore, so...
Yeah. But it is, I think it's a really... It's one of my favourites, I think, on the album.
Yeah.
It's quirky, and it kind of sounds quite fresh, and I think it is a bit different for...
It's another one I remember distinctly just cracking up during the writing session when we wrote that kind of vocal melody over those ridiculous piano riffs you're playing in the middle. Like, let's put some vocals over this. I think that's a good idea.
The kind of distorted vocals.
Yeah,
the only way
stuff.
it's going to work is if we have distorted, screamy vocals. And we kind of like did it almost like Mike Patton in a way. But it just came together so well, and we were just cracking up for about an hour, and it just felt right at the time.
I think this was kind of one of a few moments where it actually, like this more than any other song, where it kind of felt a little bit like what we worked on together for the Nova Collective, and kind of bringing in a bit of that and that sort of more fusion-y stuff, and having the kind of low, like pounding pianos underneath the heavy guitars, which like features throughout the albums a bit, which is kind of a bit of like a new sound for the band, I guess. So this one was just fun to really go wild on, I think.
Yeah.
Beneath
the White Rainbow.
This is a Connor written track.
Yes.
This is Connor's first attempt and success at writing lyrics.
Connor's first successful
first effort.
Yes.
Well, to be honest, I got in touch with you, said I'm struggling here.
Yeah.
And you said I got a great ideas.
Yeah, I had a basic idea, but it was, I never...
exactly. Well, everything starts out as da 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 like that, and then like you came up with some awesome words for it, which it's probably my favourite chorus of all time.
Wow. Take
No
that, David Bowie.
No chorus in the future or past will ever compare to it.
That's fun. That seems a bit hyperbolic, but I appreciate it.
You based this one on another movie, right?
Yeah. So this is based on an old Japanese movie from the 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it's called.
The Mad Fox, is it?
Mad Fox, that's it. Yeah.
It's his favourite movie.
It's not my favourite, but it's a good one. And Ross sang these consonants and vowels, and he didn't just sing one syllable whatever over and over again. So he kind of had certain sounds already with the melodies, which I tried to make the work, and I thought it sounded great already. So I tried to make words based on this film about fox spirits and about royalty and Japan, very old Japan. Kind of fit around those sounds, and that was basically it. So I toiled for a few weeks, whatever, over it, and it was frustrating at first, and then after you get in the flow, it's kind of like I learned how to actually like write something, basically.
Yeah,
I've never tried it before.
Yeah, I think it's the same with every song though. It's like no matter how many lyrics you've written, every time it's like how do I do this?
Yeah, new template.
Yeah, you have to kind of it's almost like you have to relearn it every time. Yeah, at first it seems impossible. Like, how am I going to fit all this together? But then something clicks and it just becomes like it just sort of starts to flow and almost writes itself in a way.
Yeah. And Ross wrote quite a few lines in there as well, because there were a few lines I couldn't crack, or I just didn't like, more than others in the tune. So he kind of made it come together.
As you kind of alluded to, I tend to work on lyrics phonetically first. So like you said, you have the vowel sounds in there, and then it's filling in the meaning, and putting actual words in. And that's all it was, really, just tweaking a few things. But the majority of the song was mostly you, baby.
Oh. All right, next tune.